Energy storage, enabling the integration of renewable resources. What is energy storage? A method for storing electrical energy for later use. Unlike the batteries in your iPod, energy storage for the electricity grid must be capable of delivering high power and storing a large amount of energy. Energy storage also removes barriers that block connecting renewable resources to the grid. What does energy storage do? Energy storage protects the grid from mistakes in forecasting the required amount of electricity generation within the grid. It helps to shift the energy from periods of low demand to the peaks of the high demand. It also helps to provide frequency. What are the different forms of energy storage? The different forms of energy storage for renewable resources include flywheels, traditional or high-speed, batteries, pumped hydro, and flywheels. Flywheels are one of the most recent forms of alternative energy storage devices. A flywheel can store energy in a spinning mass. It is currently being used in trucks and buses. It is currently being created and developed for use to store power for renewable resources. Flywheels also provide high cycle life, and they provide high efficiency. Batteries. Batteries are the strongest contender for large energy storage in the future. Small batteries already power most of the tools we use today to produce the products we need to survive. Because batteries do have a lifespan, they need to be used properly for people to gain the correct life out of them. It is important that we keep improving the power of our batteries. Some of the specific types of batteries for energy storage include lithium-ion, nickel metal hydride, sodium sulfur, and vanadium redox. Pumped hydro. Storing energy using the power of water is one of the oldest techniques known to man. Energy storage using water today is extremely advanced. The use of pumped water is a very efficient way of storing energy. Along with being very efficient, it is also very inexpensive to operate. Areas that pumped hydro should be used on include lakes, ponds, and reservoirs. This is an example of a pumped hydro plant in Okinawa. Compressed air. During times of low energy usage, compressed air can be used to store the excess energy. During times of higher energy usage, the compressed air storage system can use the energy stored from the low output times to power more areas. Compressed air is a very simple yet very efficient way to store energy. Compressed air is simple in theory, but a complicated setup. A compressed air storage system works when air from the outside enters the compressor. The air is then compressed to store energy. Air from the storage is expanded into a gas turbine, and the gas turbine spins the generator to make electricity. This is an example of a compressed air design. Solar energy. Solar energy is produced using the energy in the sun's rays to create electricity. The most efficient place to use solar arrays are in large open areas of direct sunlight, such as deserts. Solar power is now being used to power entire cities, but it is also being used to power a single house with a rooftop array. Solar power will not expire for a very long time, and solar power will someday be used to power automobiles. Why do solar energy resources need energy storage? The amount of solar energy available varies greatly during a 24-hour day. Storing the energy allows it to be used when needed, particularly during the high peaks. Shading of solar collectors by clouds or trees can cause solar output to be variable. Wind energy. One of the most technologically advanced forms of energy production is the harnessing of wind power to create electricity. Wind farms are sprouting up all around the world to help create more energy by using the wind. These turbines use the rotation of a windmill to harness the power of the wind and convert it to electricity. Why do wind energy resources need energy storage? The amount of wind energy available varies greatly during a 24-hour day. Storing energy allows it to be used when needed. Wind speed variability and gusts can cause wind turbine output to be variable throughout the day. Conclusion. Where are we at today? A U.S. Energy Storage Technology Act of 2007 began all the energy storage and renewable resources. A grid-scale energy storage, at least megawatt storage, is currently on the Earth. Serious concerns on how to integrate large amounts of reusable energy into the grid and and now there is a need for a gigawatt scale because of the amount of energy